We are just coming off World Alzheimer's Day, and so Alzheimer's and dementia are on the minds of a lot of people and questioning how to strengthen their own mental acuity. And so that's what we're talking about with our health insider, Dr. Shadmar Basti. Good morning.
Good morning, Alani.
So there's a new study that says you can actually improve your brain health with how and when you sleep. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so this study, researchers wanted to look at lifestyle factors, particularly in older adults. And basically, they looked at over 1,800 adults with an average age of 73, and they had them wear wrist monitors to get a sense of their activity levels. And they found that those who have early rising, robust patterns, basically waking up before 7 a.m. and staying active during the day, they did much better on the cognitive tests, basically their thinking, memory, activities than those, and mental health than the participants whose daily schedules were less robust, right? So they didn't have that early morning starting time and getting that quality sleep.
And we do know that quality sleep has a domino effect for a lot of other health implications. But certainly, when you haven't had the right sleep, your brain, you've got that brain fog already. But if we are focusing on brain health, what else can we be doing to improve our memory, to improve our brain health?
Well, yeah, I think one of the things that this study is pointing to is very similar to what we've learned among long-lived cultures, centenarians around the world in the so-called blue zones, for example, is that they have regular patterns. Okay, so you've heard of the circadian rhythm, right? That follows basically the night and day patterns, and the reason why people who are shift workers who work at night have a higher increased risk of a number of diseases and also premature death, because it really disrupts that pattern. Taken a different way, if we actually can keep up the same patterns of when we go to bed, when we go to sleep, when we're active, when we're relaxing, and when we're thinking, all those things, and having them as consistent as possible, the body is able to gear up and gear down for those pattern changes. So, for example, if you eat lunch every day at noon, you start getting your stomach growling right around noon, right? Even before you take the first bite. Well, that's what your body is already releasing digestive enzymes from the pancreas into the stomach because it's already anticipating a meal even before you take your first bite. Having a good diet obviously is key. Food is medicine, as we've talked about a number of times. The Mediterranean diet, or a combination of the Mediterranean and DASH diet, which lowers salt, avoiding processed foods and having those healthy fats, the omega-3s, the monounsaturated fats found in extra virgin olive oil. All of those bring down inflammation throughout our body for heart health, but also improve mood and bring down inflammation in the brain and help with brain health. Recent studies have even shown, particularly with Alzheimer's, that there may be a connection there with insulin resistance. So some people have called Alzheimer's diabetes type 3 because of the high sugar, high refined carb diet, which causes insulin resistance, is also not serving our brain well. So trying a different path, and some physicians have looked at this and studied it, where you do more intermittent fasting, getting into eating more healthy fats. Ketogenic diets actually have been shown to be potentially beneficial there. Also, data now shows in terms of brain health and dementia in particular, that having a high pulse rate that you get with exercise is directly connected with oxygenating and reducing inflammation in your brain. So actually getting that heart rate up consistently and regularly through patterns of regular physical activity can also help to ward off and prevent dementia.
And I think that's important to note, that we are talking about physical activity helping keep your brain sharp, because I think a lot of times people think that they've got to do kind of the word puzzles and word searches, that those type of brain exercises, but that really it's that overall exercise and how much your heart can play into your mind.
Absolutely. I think you want to do those word puzzles and stimulate your brain and thinking, of course. But if you just do that and sit around all day drinking soda and having popcorn and chips and all that kind of stuff, then you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. We really need to take that holistic perspective. And yeah, physical health and heart rate is connected directly to brain health, and can help you prevent dementia.
And anything that we can do, because I do think that that is one of the scarier diseases for most people when they think about it and their future in aging. So anything that can be done to try to ward that off, people are willing to do. But it starts with quality sleep. That's number one, and that's something that we are all after. So thank you for highlighting that this morning.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.